got the time, they'll find you out there.
Welcome to WesKey Unlocked. Today, the track I'm going to be unlocking for you is Benny, track 5 off of The Naked Lady, the debut album by Jahmena. This is a track that is so fun to me. First and foremost, this is what I need to tell you. Don't be a Benny. Don't be Benny, okay? Even if your name is Benny, that doesn't mean you have to be a Benny. You understand what I'm saying? Check out the lyrics. You'll understand what I mean. This just had such a cool, to me, lyrically had such a cool air of confidence to it. There's vulnerability, but also it's very empowering to me. The response to being hurt. And to me, it's super empowering. Jahmena had said, Wes, I want like a chill beat. I want a smooth, something smooth. So we had to do smooth. And this is what we came up with. So let's just do the drums for now. So that's the drums, basically the whole pattern. You'll see a few things get added, like an additional hi-hat, and then we'll do some triplet stuff, some rolls. I bet you didn't know that big boom was in there. You can't really hear it until you solo it out. So really cool drums here, and every time I listen to this, let's add the bass now, matter of fact, before I start explaining. So the bass will come in strong and it comes and it gets cut off. Contrast to the hook, what I did for the hook was instead of hitting, holding out, and then cutting off, what I did was I would just have the bass strike once and then have a long sustain. I had to take the same sub bass instrument and adjust the envelope of it, i.e. the attack, decay, release, sustain, ADSR, right? So that it could just kind of hit once and then fade out on the hooks. I felt like that would be a cooler thing to do for the hooks. So we're going into the hook. Here we go. And 2, 3, and see how it just fades out. Another cool part of this, we might have started with the chord progression on this one. And of course, I pulled up my favorite Rhodes. And this is what it is. Gotta have the tremolo. So then the second time around, the chord progression is going to walk up at the end. Again, a little bit on the churchy side of things. Gospel side of things, like this. And what I love about the walk up is there's like a sus chord in there. Here, listen to the sustain. La, da, da. It goes like that, and so that provides like a really cool sustain effect. And then we had to add this shimmer over the top. Boom. And at this point, you're like, oh, that sounds really familiar. Right. That's Reprise. So we were revisiting Benny after a while, and I just randomly soloed these two and pressed play, and it was like, that's beautiful. We both just kind of got chills in the moment, and we're like, we need to make that a reprise. And Ja wrote lyrics like instantaneously. The next time she came in the studio, we laid it down. So it was so cool. Now let's see what these raindrops are. Just a little extra layer of high end to throw over the hook when it came in. So let's show you everything so far. There's one thing I missed, which is this. This is something that you don't hear very consciously when you listen to the song, but it's there. And then it's almost like breathing. Once you realize it's there, you can't stop hearing it. And this is my favorite part. So I took a sample. I'm not going to tell you from where. And we messed with it. and that became like the background. So it's really just Rhodes, synth, bass, and sample, and then drums, of course. After all that was done, let's show you what it is so far. That was Benny for a long time. That's how it existed, probably for a good month or more. Just like that, with the lyric, with the vocals. And we were like, that's good enough, you know, but then it just started feeling like it needed some more development over the course of the song, for the, like, you know, the arc of the song and everything. So that's when the guitars came about. And so you got this, like, he was a boy, she was a girl. It's like that Avril Lavigne kind of punk thing in the background. And then, of course, this as well is a guitar with a delay on it, so you're hearing it on both sides. Which is more of like a rock feel, not like a punk thing. It's more of like a harder rock type of situation. And so, again, this beat, Jahmena had wanted it to be smooth, and I think we achieved that, but then we were both feeling like it is smooth, but it could use some more edge. And that's really where the guitar came in. I don't know if y'all picked up on this. That right there is, that I can tell you is a reverse sample right there. So Jahmena was like, yo, throw a sample. I want to do like a reverse thing right there in the middle. So just a fun piece to add into it. Like the song is just moving, and then kind of takes you out of your comfort zone and then puts you right back in it. So I love that. We had Bert Knox again on this intro.
Be a lie little too.
So Bert, featuring Bert Knox as Benny. Now, I talked about all that, but truly the great feature of this song is the vocals. And this is all Jahmena. Like, for all, this is just all her. This all came out of her brain. Just listen to the yelling real quick. Right? So to me, I loved it. I loved it right from the start. She did some yelling tracks. We took a long time to, like, okay, what's the exact distortion we want on this? How do we want these to sound? It took us forever. We spent a lot of time, but that's what we came up with. Listen again. Really cool. Now, the lead is right here.
They ain't got the time.
And first, Jahmena, like, recorded all the vocals, and I'm like, these sound awesome. She's like, I want it to sound like a children's choir. And I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? We can't. Like, we have to get actual children in here for it to sound like that, because the choir she had in the background, she wanted like a, you know, an ensemble singing this. It's like the ensemble of women and like innocent, pure children lodging their complaints against the Bennies of the world. And to me, I was like, kind of might sound good if it's an actual children's choir, but she's like, well, try to do the effect. So what we did was we took the formant, if you know what I'm talking about. We didn't pitch it up, we just changed the formant. It's really cool in Logic how you do that, the program here, Logic. And so we did that for the lead and the...
They ain't got the time. They gon' find you out, babe. You're a grown-ass man.
If you add in the backgrounds and the yell,
they ain't got the time.
Really fills it
They
out.
gon' find you out, babe. You're a grown-ass man.
Right? So the cussing is really fun. It just like let loose and hurl some cusses at Benny. So this is cool. That is Benny in a nutshell. We had this cool thing at the end, but then we thought it would be cooler if it went straight into Hindsight. So we just made the ending abrupt.
You always put it down.
So it goes right into the next track, as y'all know, because you hopefully listened to the album straight through by now. This has been another WesKey Unlocked. Thank you so much for watching.
Finding you, but you really think. Now you're fooling.